welcome to this week's edition of What's Happening with Leila in Minion Masters. As you guys know, this is a weekly Minion Masters news series where I talk about everything new that's going on with Minion Masters. And the big thing happening this week is that we are on Season 2 of Charging into Darkness. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to be starting off with the blog for this week. So I'm going to make sure that I have this link down below. That way you guys can check it out for yourselves. So we are on version 1.14, which launched yesterday, Thursday, June 25th. So we're on our second season pass. And this one, again, has new rewards, 3 new cards, a legendary skin, and more. So the 3 new cards, and I go through each of these individually in different videos on YouTube, so feel free to check them out, is we have Skeleton Crew, which is the 2-mana Accursed Minion card. We have Sugilite Shield, which is a 1-mana Crystal Elf spell card. And the new legendary card for this season is Lady Infray, the Spire Warden. She is a legendary 4-mana Crystal Elf ranged minion. And again, I go through each of these in separate YouTube videos. I'll have each of the links down below. Feel free to check them out. All 3 of the cards can be obtained in the Season Pass. Also keep in mind that current Season Pass cards cannot be crafted. So these 3 cards will not be craftable until the next season, okay? So the only way to unlock these 3 cards is going to be through the Season Pass, which you can get both for free or for purchasing it for 1,500 rubies. There is also the new skin for Diona. So we now have Galaxy Diona, which is going to be the 2nd Galaxy skin of this Charging into Darkness season. And this season pass will last 1 month and end on Thursday, July 30th. So again, this is going to be our 2nd month of having a season pass instead of having a battle pass that lasts for 3 months, you know. So already we're seeing feedback on what people like about the season pass, feedback about what they don't. You know, if you want to leave some comments down below, let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts. I know one of the biggest complaints is the rubies situation, is that the battle pass used to be for 3 months and cost 1,875 rubies. Now a season pass is 1 month for 1,500 rubies. So there was definitely a big price difference, and that's probably the biggest complaint that I am hearing. But you know, like I said, feel free to leave some comments down below and let me know what you think. Now, as with any new season, we do have some balance changes. Some of them I talked about last week, but there's a bunch of new ones, and there's some in here that I really like, so we're going to get into that. The first change is for Ardent Aegis. The heal has increased from 200 to 250. So that's a nice change, having a bit of a boost to the Ardent Aegis. I'm assuming they're doing that because they probably want to see the card used more often as well. Bounty Sniper. So this is a new effect change. So the Bounty Sniper, when you play the card, is if you're behind an experience, the Bounty Sniper gains a shield. So this is something new. We hadn't seen that before with this card. And the developer card reasoning is they thought that the Bounty Sniper was just too hard to play in most decks. It is very squishy. You guys know that these sniper cards tend to be very, very squishy. So they thought that it was too much of a risk to reward issue to play it, or it didn't seem like it was worth it. So they figure by giving it a unique shield condition, we want to help it have an identity of a comeback card and hopefully not impact the win more element of such mechanics. So I'm curious to see how this will look in the game. I actually haven't tried yet. You know, but if you guys have, let me know what you think. You know, do you like this change of Bounty Sniper? I know back probably like a couple months ago, I had a lot of fun playing a bunch of sniper decks, just for fun, you know, so this could be a lot of fun with this too. Call to Arms, the mana cost went up from 4 to 5. Now, a lot of people were complaining that they thought the Call to Arms decks were too much, right? Because we recently just had a change to the wall card as well too. And I have been seeing a lot of complaints that people think that this still isn't going to help too much, so we're going to have to see what the meta looks like this season. Disruptor Puff, the teleport cooldown is now 5 to 6 seconds. So they did change this. Hypnotize has a new rework, which I did discuss in a previous video, but we'll go over it again. So the new rework is Hypnotize now applies a debuff that causes enemy minions to prioritize attacking their allies. They cannot target the Master Tower anymore, and will still target enemies if there are no valid allies to attack. So the big change here again is, if you guys have seen the Hypnotize card, which most people have, is, you know, your opponent would play a minion in the pocket, you would hypnotize it, the minion would turn around, and it would hit the enemy tower. No more. That's not how it works anymore. So if you're trying to play it near the opponent's pocket, it's not going to attack the tower. It's going to be prioritizing minions. So this is going to be quite a change. I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. You know, because it's one of those cards where if you didn't know that your opponent had it in there, once they got you with it, you're like, okay, that you're being cautious on playing your minions in the pocket again. So now I'm curious to see how this works, if people are still going to want to use it. So the developer comment is, Hypnotize they felt was pretty problematic for a while, particularly in the 2v2 modes. So they're hoping to get rid of like Hypnotize cheese strategies by doing this. You know, let me know what you guys think. You know, do you like this? They did also increase the duration a second too. So while they took it that you can no longer attack the Master Tower, they gave you an extra second of it. So, you know, is that an even trade-off? I guess we'll have to see. Lord Fanriel is also a new card for this expansion. They increase his damage from 100 to 120. Magma Storm. I did see a lot of talk about this one. Is that they did slightly nerf it. Is damage per rock is decreased from 200 to 170. Now, I know a lot of people actually like to play Magma Storm. And yeah, I mean, this definitely seems like it would be quite a nerf, but I'm assuming people that still like it are probably still going to want to play it, but we're going to have to see what it looks like. This next change to Mordar, I actually really like this change. So the change is, Mordar Tombstones can now only resurrect minions belonging to Mordar, and the activation time decreased from 10 to 8 seconds. I like this change. I think this is long overdue, because if you guys hang out my Twitch channel, one of the things I say consistently is I feel like Mordar is such a hard master to play, particularly in random team. Because what will end up happening is, you see this all the time, is I will see my opponent Mordar play a very high value minion and play a tombstone. And then sure enough, you kind of wait it out and you see their teammate play an incredibly low value minion, like a Scrat or a Skeleton. And then unfortunately, those are what get res from the tombstone instead of the high value minion that Mordar was trying to target, right? So I think this is a really good change. I'm thinking maybe now people play Mordar more often in random team now, because they don't have to worry about having their tombstone strategy being messed up. So I'm definitely happy with this. I know I'm one that when I'm playing randoms and I'm playing with a Mordar or a King Puff, for example, I really try to pay attention to their cards. I try to pay attention to marks on the bridges. In Mordar's case, I really try to pay attention to the tombstones and what I'm particularly placing out in the arena while the tombstones are out. But I know that isn't always the case. So I really think this is going to make it better for people that want to play Mordar to actually be able to play their decks and be able to play in random teams. So I really like this change, and I'm happy that they did this one. Morelia, so for her book, the number of skeletons from the Book of the Dead used to be 4 skellies and 8, so now it's decreased to 3 skellies and 6, and I think that's fair. I definitely think that's fair considering it's 0 cost. I think that's a good one. Netherstep cast delay is decreased from half a second to 0 seconds now. I think that's fine. The poison mechanic, ticks per second, increases from 1 to 2. The damage per tick decreased from 20 to 10. And the comments that we have on that is, this solves an issue with poison where we can only make units deal poison damage in units of 20. By increasing the ticks, it allows us to hit much more specific ranges, and also has the side effect of having better visual feedback and being more effective against shield. And this makes sense because, you know, we're seeing more shielded minions now, particularly because they're giving Bounty Sniper shield, which we just saw, and then we do have the new Sugilite shield card as well too. So I think this is their attempt to balance all this out, and I think that's fine. We'll have to see what it looks like when we play it. And talking about poison, is it looks like, again, Poison Strike is affected by this. So the Poison Strike duration is going from 6 to 6.5 seconds, with the total poison damage being 120 to 130. So I think that's a nice change. I think that's fine. Resonating Blast Crystal damage increases from 120 to 130. I'm assuming they're doing this because they probably want to see the card being more used. This is one of the new cards in the expansion. I really do not see it being played much in the arena, so that would be my guess as this is done, so we see it more often. Scratillery, the damage per rocket increases from 40 to 50. I think that's fine. Shielded crossbow dudes have a new effect. If you control no bridges, you summon an extra crossbow dude. That seems like that's a very reasonable change. I think that's fine. Skeleton Horde has a skeleton count change from 8 to 9. That seems fair considering we have the new Skeleton Crew card that was just released. And against the new Skeleton Crew is 2 mana, gives you 2 skellies, but after you end up achieving Ascension, you end up getting 5 skellies instead. So I think that's fair. Stixie's health increases from 90 to 140. I like this change. I think this is nice. Stixie's a really fun card. Stixie dies too easily though. So now, having the health of 140, we look up at Poison Strike. The total poison damage is 120 to 130. So now that means that Stixie will live through Poison Strike, for example. So I think maybe that's going to make Stixie more viable, maybe between Stixie and having the bounty sniper having the new shield, maybe they're trying to make it so more people play snipers, so we're going to have to see about that. Swarmer Totem, the production speed is from 6 to 7 seconds, and the Troubadour has a new Highland Revelry ability, which gives nearby enemy minions slow. So like I mentioned before, my guess with this is, they're trying to probably get more faction abilities across the board, and probably try to make some of these cards so that they get played more in the arena, right? Because really haven't been seeing a lot of Troubadours, so maybe that'll make it more viable. And now there is other things that have been done as well too, and some of this we'll actually take a look at in the game because I think it'd be fun to take a look at it. So the Blue Golem has received a big visual rework. It is completely changed. It doesn't look like what it used to. So the Blue Golem, we're going to take a look at in the game momentarily. The Red Golem will stay with its old model for now, but we intend to give it a new look as well in the future. So we'll take a look at that momentarily. New card art has been added for the scrap pack, the Bridge Buddies, the Tranquil Shiho, and the Blue Golem. So like I had mentioned before, is what I do like is it looks like they're trying to update art across the board slowly to try to give each faction their own identity, but to also kind of keep the game fresh and updated. And I'm really liking a lot of the newer art that they've been adding in. And it looks like they fixed some errors, and people that completed the Charging to Darkness adventure will receive 3 copies of the Supreme card as an apology for an error with rewards in the near future. So some really good changes. We will take a look at that. And then there's some bug fixes that got changed too. So again, I'm going to post all of this. This is the blog. This link will be down below if you would like to check it out for yourself and read some more of it. But right now we're going to head into the game and we're going to take a look at the new change for the Blue Golem, because I think it looks neat. I think, like I said, they're trying to keep faction identity the same, and you guys will see what I mean in a minute. So here we are in the game, and if we're going to go to the Blue Golem, here's the new model and the new card. I mean, look at this. This is completely different from what we are used to with the Blue Golem. This honestly reminds me of something like out of Moana, for example. I love Disney, so it reminds me of something out of Moana. And not only that, this looks like a mini Jehoon. And why I think that's significant is because the Blue Golem is a Zen Chi rock minion, right? So if we exit out of this and we take a look at a Jehoon, Jehoon is, again, Keeper of Jadespark, but is also a Zen Chi minion. And to me, it looks like they're making the Blue Golem and the Jehoon minions very synergistic design-wise. And I like it. I think it's smart. It seems like it fits. And my guess is, like they said in the blog, that they're looking at updating the Red Golem down the future. So I'm guessing that the Red Golem would also kind of fit this new design for these Zenchi, like, rock minion types, right? So I like it. I think it looks cool. It's different. It's neat. Like I said, it looks like they match. It looks like we're having one, like, cohesive faction. So I do think that's pretty cool, and I like the change to that. Also, last week I had mentioned that they had some new art for some of the scrats, which they do. So here's the new artwork for the Bridge Buddies. Here's the new artwork for the scrap pack as well. And like I said, I expect that they're probably going to continue to make changes like this going forward. And I'm excited to see what they do, honestly. I want to see some more of the new changes for the card art and the designs as we look forward to the game improving and just getting better and better over time. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about today is I have a weekly 500 Mini Master Rubies giveaway, so we're going to go take a look at that right now. Our winner has already been drawn for this past week, notified and given the codes. Thank you everybody so much who participated in this giveaway. My new giveaway will be starting very shortly after this video goes live, so feel free to check it out. It will be on zStormP's Reddit link, filled with Minion Master codes and freebies. So far, like I said, I'm getting really good feedback on doing these giveaways and trying to help you guys out with giving you 500 rubies to put towards the season pass of the 1500, okay? So make sure you keep up to date on this. I always make sure this gets posted. I also post in my Discord, and like I said, zStormP also posts it on the Reddit link, and I will have the new one up shortly. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. You know, do you like some of these balance changes? Do you like the Mordar change as much as I do? Because I think that's probably my favorite change that they made this season. It's probably one of the best ones I think we've had in a while. It makes sense to me because I complain about that all the time during my live streams. Make sure you guys leave me down some comments below and let me know what you think, the things that you like, the things that you don't. And if you did enjoy the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button, maybe liking, and like I said, leave me a comment or two. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm. It makes it so more people see the videos, and honestly, it gives me the warm and fuzzies and just makes me feel good about doing these weekly videos for you guys. You can always catch me live on Twitch as well at twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation, where I'll be talking about all these changes and playing the new season as well. So I will see you guys either next week in my next video or live on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, you can catch us live on twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation 4 days a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and be part of our community, and we'll see you there.